My grandparents lived in Cedar Falls, and they were very involved with the Bible conference. And my dad was a pastor in Dysart, and so the relationship, with his church and church affiliation with that campground area, and then also my grandparents and mother's affiliation with the Bible conference over the years led to us going there every week when I was a child, and then later years as well. I think the little white chapel, sitting on very hard seats for very long periods of time as a child, listening to sermons, and then the train that was running by, and just the train whistle, and trying to get to the tracks to see the caboose. I think there were, the children's programs were really fun and good, and we'd see the same kids almost every year when we'd come to Bible conference. So it was a real family time, and it was also a larger family of grandparents, aunt and uncle, and then other people that we were able to visit each year. When I think of the Bible grounds, I think we owned a cabin there for, 8 years. And I think I bought it just because of the sense of peace that there is out there. And, we just enjoy the memories, the family memories, the spiritual growth memories. It's just a lot of positive feelings about that place. So special. My parents met through the Bible conference. My dad was sitting someplace on the grounds there and saw my mother walking with a friend walking by, and he turned, and I believe it was an uncle, his uncle that he was sitting with, and said he'd like to meet her. And then, he didn't have the opportunity there, but then my mother lived in Cedar Falls, and she had an after party after the evening service, and Dad apparently was invited to that, but didn't realize where he was going or who he was visiting. And when he came to the door at the house, my mother greeted him, and he realized that it was the young lady that he had seen walking on the grounds, and so they started dating. And I really don't know much of the story from there, other than they stayed together and got married. There was a lot of spiritual instruction at the Bible conference for kids, and then later as a young adult, listening to the sermons, and I think maybe a maturity grew in that. There were also camps at that same site. Now, it wasn't part of the Bible conference, but on the same grounds, and so the same feel, the same peace, the same interest. And they always had group meetings in the evening, and then usually an altar call related to that. And so it was probably junior high years in camp. I responded to an altar call and accepted Christ at that time. The need for spiritual growth right now is phenomenal. Need for revivals seems to be phenomenal. So I think that there's such a significant place for the future for the Bible conference. So that would be my wish for that, that it would continue to grow, continue to be strong, continue to reach a variety of folks.